everyone, it's Allison and I am back with another fun project. Today we're going to learn to draw small birds inspired by the work of Athos Menaboni. Now, when the museum opens back up, we are going to have a lovely exhibit of Menaboni's work, and you'll get to see some of these pieces in the exhibition. Athos Menaboni was born in Italy and then moved to the United States and spent most of his life living in Georgia. You can see a big mural done by him at the Swan Coach House if you ever go. Most of his work is inspired by a childhood observing and drawing and painting local animals and birds and fish. So a lot of his work has to do with those kinds of things. And I love his birds. They're beautiful. And one of the pieces in this group, now you can see a wide variety here. We've got a lot of different birds. I really enjoy the duck piece that's on wood, and the wood grain is making the ripples. That piece makes me really happy. But I was really drawn to the ruby-crowned kinglet and mushrooms piece because the birds were just so cute. So I went and looked them up, these little ruby-crowned kinglets, and they are just as cute in real life. So that was not exaggeration on Menaboni's part. They are just really that sweet looking. So I was like, wow, we're just gonna have to draw those. So I made this picture. Now I know when you see somebody's example, sometimes you go, oh no, how am I going to do that? And sometimes drawing books and drawing lessons aren't very helpful because they show you one way to do something. Never fear. We are going to talk about how these little birds are put together so that you can draw them however you want. So we're going to put my example aside for a minute, and we are going to learn about the shapes that make up these little birds. So birds are lots of circles, and every bird is. It just depends. They kind of change a little bit based on what kind of bird they are. For instance, a hawk or an owl is a little longer than a little tiny songbird. But I thought that the ruby-crowned kinglets would be extra fun because they are basically a pom-pom with a little red hat. They are one big circle pretty much. So I thought that would be a good time. So to understand the shapes of the bird, I actually went through. Now I know a lot of people tell you not to trace. Tracing is only bad if you're trying to copy somebody else's work and then say, hey, look what I did. When you're learning, when you're practicing, sometimes tracing something gives you a better idea of what the shapes are. In this case, I went through and I traced around the silhouette, the outline of each of these kinglets. And I'm going to show you where the shapes are inside their body so that you can understand how the bird works, and then you can draw the bird however you want. So I've got my trusty red pencil here. Just that way you can see the difference between where my dark line from the marker is and where the shapes are. So for these little friends, they've got a circle for their head and a circle, a bigger circle for their body. And then there's a skinny triangle that comes off for their tail. And there's another triangle for their wing. Now technically this wing triangle has a little rounded part in the front when their wings are folded close to their body. If their wings are open, the curved part goes on the other side. I'll show you that in a minute. And then you just have their legs. So you can see this is where the shape inside their head goes. This is where the body shape goes. But because birds are fluffy and their little necks are all scrunched up, it just kind of makes this teardrop shape around the whole thing. So let's do some other ones. So this one, we've got a head circle here. and a body circle here. Now this bird's got his tail towards us. Most of these birds are boys because they have the little red hats on. Those crests are what the boy birds have. So we've got the tail is a much wider triangle on this one because it's pointing towards us. And then our wings are shaped like this. See how we have all the same shapes as we do up here, but they're just in a different place? We're gonna keep going. This one's got a head here, and it's got its head twisted a little bit. And its body here. But you can see that even though I'm drawing these at different sizes, the size for the bird's head is proportionate to the size of its body each time, even though the size itself changes. And then here is the triangle for our wing and the triangle for our tail. So there's that one. This one, we've got a circle for the head, a circle for the body. Now, when they've got their wings out, birds, they have inside their wings, they actually have arms. They have bones like our arms, so you can usually draw little arms if you want to, but then you can draw your triangle. Remember those triangles that we drew before for our wings? Then you're going to draw the curved side over here. See how that shape works? And then of course we have our triangle for our tail. For this one, we've got our circle for our head, the circle for our body, the triangle for our wing, the triangle for our tail. Is this starting to make sense? Hopefully it is. Circle for the head, circle for the body, triangle for the wing. Gotta curve it though because the feathers spread out. Triangle for the wing and the feathers spread out. And you've got a triangle for the tail. This one, got our head here. This one looks grumpy to me. It's very grumpy. And a circle for the body. And its wing goes here. And it's got its little tail sticking out. This one's got a head right here. Oh, and it's overlapping. It's got its body so scrunched up that it's overlapping. And here's its tail. And here's its wing. You can actually see part of another wing on this one. And this one too. It's all scrunched up, so its head circle and its body circle overlap. I think this one actually should have its head circle and its body circle overlapping. Yep, see how much better that looks? Got your triangle for the wing and your triangle for the tail. Now this one's got its neck all stretched out. It's going, hello, what's going on? So you can actually kind of see its little neck. So in this case, we've got a circle for its head, its little space, circle for its body, triangle for the wing, and a triangle for the tail. So you can see you've got that part that ducks in a little bit where the neck is, because you don't have all the padding this time. This one is very round because the circle for its head really overlaps with the circle for its body. And then you've got the triangle for its wing and the triangle for its tail. And this friend down here, another grumpy one. Got the circle for its head And it's overlapping with the circle for its body. And we've got the triangle for its wing. And the triangle for its tail. And we've got this one. Circle for the head. And a circle for the body. Triangle for the wing. And a triangle for the tail. So you can see these all have the same shapes going on. Oh, I forgot the arms on this one. Arm shape. Arm shape. There we go. So you can see these all have the same shapes going on inside them. So if we know now what size the head should be compared to the body, you know, the body's about 2/3, you know, bigger than the head. We know about what size the wings should be compared to the body and the tail. So now we can use what we've learned and we can draw our own birds. So let's see what we can do. Oops, my paper is stuck. There we go. So let's see. So if I have hang on, definitely want to use my pencil so you can see what I'm doing. So if I draw a circle for the head and a circle for the body and a triangle for the wing, circle, oops, I ran out of paper there, and another triangle for a wing. I'm going to make our curve. We've got a triangle for our tail. That's all the shapes we need, right? So let's see if we can make a bird out of this. So we're going to make its little face. Got to get its little red hat, little eye. And they have very pointy little beaks, so you can literally just give it a little triangle, a curve. That'll make the perfect beak. And when birds are flying, they usually have their feet all balled up like little hands, like little fists. Hey, look at that. That is looking like a bird, right? Ta-da! We've got one bird. Let's see if we can draw another kind of bird. So let's see. If we do a circle here and a circle here for our head and our tummy. Let's say we want to have a bird that's sitting, but it's got its wings out instead of its wings tucked. So we can draw our wing triangles like this. And let's have its tail facing towards us. So we've got our tail triangle. So now we've got all our shapes. And we can make a bird out of it. Again, they have really pointy little beaks. And we've got their little hat. So remember, since they're kind of scrunchy, round little birds, they're pom-poms, you don't want to dent in too much around the shapes that you made. You're just gonna kind of smooth it out. And now we've got some feathers here. And then our bird's tummy's gonna come this way. And its back's gonna come this way. And we've got some little, oh, we gotta give it some little feet, don't we? Now bird feet are super fun. Songbirds have their thumb in the back, and then they usually have 3 in the front so they can grab. So we're gonna draw our one little claw going this way. And we'll have a branch. And you actually can't really see the other toes, but we'll draw some claws on this side. And you kind of can't see the other foot, so we'll draw the foot that you can't see like that. Check that out. We've got a little bird going, hello, what's going on over there? What other birds can we draw? Can we draw a bird with, let's draw the angry bird. I like that one. So if we've got, so I'm kind of looking at this guy, but we're gonna do it a little different. So we've got a head like this, and we've got a body right here. And we've got a wing here, and a wing here. And we've got a tail. I didn't make that body big enough, did I? Let's fix that. Gotta have to have our funny bird, don't we? There we go, that's more like it. So now we should be able to draw a funny little bird. An angry little bird. Gotta have our sharp little beak. I'm gonna give this one some angry little eyebrows. Some angry little eyes. And don't forget their little red hats. Here's a wing and its tail. And here's another wing. Look at this angry little bird. Look at this angry, angry, angry little bird I've drawn. I keep forgetting to put the feathers on the tails. So see, you can, oh, we need to give this bird some feet, don't we? I feel like we need to fix its neck too. There we go. Oh, my eraser's grumpy. Give it some little toes. Grab a branch. I really should fix my, fix the beak too, shouldn't I? I drew 2 beaks. Makes it look weird. There we go. So now, if we want to, we can take a marker, just so you can see the shapes a little better. So here's the angry bird. Got our angry bird. Oh, don't forget its feet. Gotta grab onto that branch. So here's an angry one. A grumpy bird. And you don't have to do the marker part. I am just doing that so that you can see what I drew a little bit better. We've got our curious bird. We might take off to go look at what's going on the next tree over. And we've got don't want to forget those feet. Now, you can do this with any small bird. And if you want to learn how to draw bigger birds, like a seagull, or an owl, or a hawk, or even blue jays, the same ideas are there, but the shapes are going to be a little bit different because that bird is meant to do slightly different things than this bird. So, I actually want to make this bird's tummy bigger. There we go. It's okay to change your mind. So I put in the description for this video, I put some links to some places on the internet where you can learn more about the shapes that make up different kinds of birds and how to draw birds. So if you want to learn a little more, you can check those links out and try some different things. Do our little feet fists here. Feet. So here are 3 birds that I drew really fast, just using our shapes to figure out how I want the birds to look and drawing around. So you draw the shapes first, then you draw around them to make your bird shape. Now, for this one, I drew a bird so I put a circle here for the head, a circle here for the body. My triangle was here for the wing, and my other triangle was here for the tail. And then I colored it with colored pencils, carefully. So if you would like to do that, you can look at pictures of a ruby-crowned kinglet and see how yours comes out. Or you can just draw your bird and not color it at all. You can paint it, you can color it with markers, you can color it with crayons. You can make your birds look however you want. Now, you don't have to do a ruby crowned kinglet. If you don't want to, you can do a different bird. Chickadees look very much like this. Finches look like this, but they have a slightly different beak. Look at some birds and see what kind is different and how you would draw those. So thank you again for joining us today. I would love to see your birds. So please go to Marietta Cobb artmuseum.org and find our social media and send me some pictures of your birds. Again, my name is Allison, and I will see you all a little later in the week for another project. Stay safe, have fun, and make good art.